Let me ask you something, and I want you to really think about it. Why is it that you understand English when you listen, you recognize the words, you follow the meaning, but the moment you try to speak, your mind slows down, your sentences break, and you feel like you've lost control? It's not because you don't know enough. It's because your brain is still not used to thinking in English naturally, and instead of flowing, it translates. That small delay, that hesitation, that moment of searching for words, that's the real problem. Now imagine a different approach. Instead of trying to study harder, instead of forcing yourself to memorize more vocabulary, you start doing something much simpler, but much more powerful. You start using English in your thoughts. Not perfectly, not carefully, just naturally, the way you already think in your own language. Because the goal is not perfect English. The goal is automatic English. Picture this. You wake up in the morning, your eyes are still heavy, your body doesn't want to move, and before your phone, before any distraction, there's a quiet moment. In that moment, instead of silence, you speak inside your mind. You say something like, "I need to get up," even if you don't want to. Then you continue, "I don't feel like getting up today." And you don't stop there. You keep going. "Maybe this is going to be a long day. Maybe I should start earlier today." And what you're doing right now is not practice. It's not study. It's training your brain to build sentences without pressure. This is where the shift begins. You're no longer translating. You're producing. Slowly at first, but naturally. And as you move through your morning, that inner voice continues. You walk into the kitchen, you make coffee, and your brain keeps talking. "I need coffee. I really need coffee. This is going to help me wake up. I should focus more today." Notice how simple these sentences are. That's the key. Simple, clear, repeatable. You're not trying to sound advanced. You're trying to sound real. Now here's something important. When you repeat sentences, don't repeat them like a robot. Feel them. When you say, "I don't have time for this," say it like you mean it. When you say, "I'll figure it out," say it with confidence. When you say, "This doesn't make sense," say it like you're actually confused. Because language without emotion doesn't stay in your brain. Language with emotion becomes memory. As your day moves forward, new situations create new sentences. You're walking somewhere, you realize you're late, and your thinking changes again. "I'm running late. This is not good. Why didn't I leave earlier? I should have left earlier." That sentence, "I should have left earlier," is important. It connects past and present. It shows reflection. And the more you use these patterns, the faster they become automatic. Now your brain is working in English. Not perfectly, but continuously. And that continuity is what creates fluency. You're not stopping after each sentence. You're connecting ideas. "I'm running late. I should have left earlier. Now I need to move faster. I'll figure this out." That flow, that movement, that's what real speaking feels like. Later in the day, maybe you face something frustrating. Something takes longer than expected. Something doesn't go your way. Again, your brain reacts. "This is taking too long. This doesn't make sense. I need to fix this. I need to find a better way." These are not random sentences. These are real reactions. And when you repeat them naturally, your brain learns how to respond in real situations. Then at night, everything slows down again, but your mind becomes active in a different way. You think about your day. You replay moments. Today was busy. I had a long meeting. It took more time than expected. I didn't finish everything. That was frustrating. I felt tired. And now you're doing storytelling. Not a formal story, not something perfect, just a natural reflection of your day in English. And this is where something powerful happens. Your brain starts connecting time, past, present, future. I had a long day. I didn't finish everything. Tomorrow I need to do better. I'll start earlier. I'll focus more. You're building full thought cycles. And the more you do this, the more natural it becomes. Now I want you to notice something very important. At the beginning, your thoughts were slow. You had to think about each sentence. But as you repeat these patterns, your speed increases. I need to get up becomes automatic. I should start earlier becomes automatic. I'll figure it out becomes automatic. And when something becomes automatic, it becomes part of your speaking. This is the process. Slow thinking becomes fast thinking. Fast thinking becomes natural speaking. And natural speaking becomes fluency. Not perfect grammar, not complex words, just continuous, confident expression. Now, as you listen to this, I want you to follow along quietly. Repeat in your mind. I need to get up. I don't feel like it. I'm going to start my day. I should focus more. I'm running late. I should have left earlier. This is not good. I'll figure it out. Today was busy. It took more time than expected. It was frustrating. Let it flow. Don't stop between sentences. Let it move like real thinking. And this is the difference between studying English and living English. When you study, you separate language from life. When you live it, you connect language to every small moment. You don't wait for a class. You don't wait for a perfect situation. You use what you already have, your thoughts, your reactions, your daily routine. So the next time you wake up, don't reach for your phone immediately. Take a few seconds and speak inside your mind. Keep it simple, keep it real, and keep it consistent. Because consistency is what changes your brain. Not intensity, not pressure, just repetition over time. And if you keep doing this day after day, something will change. One day, you won't translate anymore. You won't stop to think about grammar. You won't search for words. You'll just speak the same way you think now. And that's the moment when English becomes yours. Follow Global Language Podcast